Hello everyone, this is Michael. I'm just kind of demonstrating my editor that I'm working on for my game engine and my current game project, Astoria. Just basic demonstration here. I've got some basic building blocks to make a little guy here. And the idea of this editor is really just to have different pieces that can be animated and reuse these objects throughout any of my projects that I work on in the future. Um, So I can scale, rotate it, and things like that, and add additional limbs. So I'm going to give him some arms real quick, and this little marker right here marks where this will rotate from. So normally it would be in the center, and would just kind of rotate like a normal centered object there. But because it's an arm, it needs to rotate from the top. So I just adjust that, and now it rotates from that point. And this is very useful for animation. So I'm going to adjust this here, possibly scale it a little bit. And it can always be changed. Let's go ahead and make another one here. And there's plenty of features that I need to work on in this editor. And you can also see that I have multiple layers and whatnot. But what I need to add is copying existing objects, or limbs rather. Everything's an object though. Of course, this is all attached. It all scales together from the main body. So now I'm going to give him a head here. It's a bit of a big head, and also I need to go ahead and label these. Oops, that's not the head. And even the editing of the text is all done within my code here for the editor. Keep that as the body. And the left arm. It looks kind of funny right now, but I'll just keep adding the rest here. So everything can be layered. How it's drawn, again, that's important when it comes to animation because you want to make sure that everything correlates together here. And you've seen this guy before, if you've seen previous screenshots or videos that I've posted. But this is kind of showing creation of a character or a creature or any kind of multi-limb object made of multiple pieces here from scratch with animation. I'm not going to do things like change the color and whatnot. I need to change the pieces so that they start off as a white color and I can color different things. I can give them green skin and whatnot. So initially when you have a new entity, I'm going to call him the dude, because he's kind of the placeholder for all the design that I'm working on for this here. Initially there's no animations. This is important because if you want to create an object with no animation, it's just some kind of static object, you can do that. You wouldn't waste taking up space if there's no animations needed. But let's go ahead and start the animation here. Now the first frame of the first animation is actually where the original data is being held. It cannot be changed, even though you can select the different limbs. I'm just going to skip ahead to the second animation here, just create a second one. And what keyframes are, you're probably wondering if you're not familiar with these types of animation, is keyframes are set points. So say I want to have basic animation, I want to start from a starting point and have it animate to the next one. So for this, I'm actually going to have a basic walking animation, and also bob his head too. We'll move his arm back. Actually, before that, since we're going to have to do multiple keyframes starting from the beginning, I'll go ahead and make several here. Okay. So I'll go back here, and we'll start setting this next keyframe. So as you see, each keyframe has a different set here, but when I animate it, it does that. Just need to finish the other end of this. There we go, so we got a basic walking animation here. And of course I can adjust each keyframe's length for how long it is in between. Just adjust those there. It's a little bit better, he's still kind of walking fast, but you get the idea. So that's a basic demonstration of creating a entity with multiple limbs in my editor in its current state. This is still a very early version of it. I feel that I have quite a few features to add to this, but this is what I've been working on.